All right. One. That's hey, welcome. Let's see. I'm not sure which one I want to do. Guess I kind of continue how I did it. Whichever one I finish with, I'll start the next one. So I guess we're doing Venusaur. I'm good, how are you? Let's see. That's good. Glad to hear. I'm not sure what we're gonna end up doing, y'all. Venusaur is kind of one of those ones that doesn't have a lot of options. Well, I'll start with the initial sketch that helps me figure things out. There doesn't seem to be a whole heck of a lot of body going on. It's technically like that. And then it's just legs in front of legs. I mean, it has its mouth open in the picture, so it doesn't show the bottom of the body. Thanks, I appreciate that. So let's real quick zoom in on this skin. Okay, there we go. Get a little bit better look at what's going on. Basically, ears come off of the head. closer to what. Let's see. Very interesting the way the eyes are. Nothing really. Yeah, nothing in particular. How about yourself? So then, yeah, we've got. Actually, let's split it. There at the top. Okay. I'd say, like, the only thing I learned how to use. I learned how to work through some stuff at work, which is good. Had some machines that no one really knew how to use. Now. Oh, nice. That's exciting. Okay, so this is a little bit more. That. Okay, that's good to look at. That's cool, yeah. That can be fun, for sure. That back there. And then jaw comes down. So we come a little bit. There we go. Yeah. It's a lot more like angular than previous evolutions. Alright, let's erase this. It's not necessary. Four teeth on the bottom, two larger ones at the top. All right, and let's see. That, and there's no markings, which I think is kind of an interesting choice to go from having markings on the first two evolutions to none on the last one is very, very interesting. Instead, they give them kind of like bumps going on. Nice. Yeah. I think that's an interesting choice, but, you know, to each their own. Got that guy. Got... farther over, I guess. Yeah, let's... There we go. Okay, so those definitely need to move a little bit over. Like that. Not that far. Maybe like that. No. Start pretty low though. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then we have right there. Right there. All right. Oh, no. I'm like I said, I start with just the reference image, so I do a sketch based off of that, and that helps me kind of have the information I need when I go to like do my own version. But I'm very good at looking what's there and putting it down. That's really all it is. I would have excelled as a animation productionist back in the day for sure. Being able to look at the character and just kind of put down what's there. Yeah. If I was born back in the day, I might have even worked at Disney. That would have been very interesting, I feel like. But unfortunately, that's not a good place to be anymore. It might not have been even back in the day, I don't know. Alright. It's unfortunate. Alright, so I think I've got all of the information kind of locked in there. I guess what they did was just kind of move the pattern to the flower petals rather than on the skin. Maybe that's because there's very similar kind of geometric little markings. Maybe that's what happened. They didn't really get rid of them, they just moved them. Okay. So we have that. That's like all of our information we need. Yeah. Definitely not back in my day. I wish it was back in my day. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I would have done very well. That's how I got started with my art, is watching shows that I really liked and then just kind of copying the images, you know? I don't really know how to do like a chill version of it. Like, I don't want to do an attacking kind of thing for the last ones. Yeah. Yeah, I never really traced anything. I think I traced once or twice, but I was already pretty good at just kind of looking and drawing what I saw, so I didn't really need to trace. And when you're starting or trying to learn something, tracing is absolutely okay. You just don't want to trace and then pretend that it's yours. That's bad. But tracing helps you build that like muscle memory too. So you learn how those lines can be put down. The original artist may have done it differently, but like you're learning. Yeah, exactly. You're learning how you draw that particular thing. You know, that's kind of how that works. You don't necessarily learn exactly how the artist did the line, but you learn a way that makes it work for you. And once you get that, then you start to become more confident, and that's how you make those really, really good lines. Yeah, tracing is a very helpful tool for learning, not a helpful thing for saying, you know, oh, I did this, this is my art, if you copied it off of someone. And like, there are people who take photos for reference, or take photos and trace those for a base. And that's okay, because that's your property, you did that. I wouldn't recommend doing that all the time, but you know, definitely in certain workflows it will speed things up drastically though, like if you really need to get things done. And again, if it is your photo, or like you took that photo and did it, tracing is a very interesting thing. Reference images are very helpful though. Like there are certainly times when I need references, like a lot of poses I can't figure out with like for shortened stuff. Like I'll either have to like look at my hand, like if I'm doing something where like the person's reaching or whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, tracing is definitely not always bad. I highly recommend tracing for like learning purposes. Yeah, for sure. For learning purposes, it's a great tool. So I want to swap this nib out real quick. My nib is all messed up. The other side. It's just gotten shaved down to like one side. It's not very helpful. I don't want it to be cutting into my screen protector or anything like that. There we go. Brand new. Yeah, no, tracing is definitely not always bad. There's a time and a place for everything, pretty much. So you just have to be aware of what's going on. Yeah. Well, in like I was on DeviantArt back when it was super popular, and people were weird about not tracing, but just using references. People considered that cheating, and like, oh, you have to draw from your imagination only. Using references bad, and you're cheating, and like all this stuff. Like, no, absolutely not. You're crazy. Using professional artists use references constantly. Generally, they take the pictures or the video, but they use reference all the time. If they didn't, they wouldn't be as good as they are. People are wild, though. I don't understand any of it. Yeah, like, yeah, in like situations like that, like they literally had a model sitting there in front of them. It's wild. People crazy. I think I'm maybe just gonna try and do like sleeping. Like this one, like the last one, I didn't want a pen, I want my pencil. There we go. The last one we did, Ivysaur was being woken up. This one we're just gonna have Venusaur sleeping. Just forget. Let's see. Just big chonk legs right underneath its chin. Maybe this one just kind of comes out almost straight. Like so. Yeah, we'll have to kind of mess with it, but I think this is a good start. Alright, so we got that. We need this guy on the back. Probably right about there. And maybe we even have it droop down because it is asleep. Instead of just straight out like it normally would be. I think that's a good idea. And we're gonna roll with it. Okay. So this I'm just gonna do. Okay, and then that back leaf that comes across. Maybe we just put that leg out. So see, this is where it gets a little funky. Like how is this creature sleeping? Like are its hind legs like this, where it's kind of like back here? Let's see, what was the Mike Myers' man in the yellow hat? I mean, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I kind of already gotten into it. I'm just gonna throw him back like that. So I mean, yeah, if you get here, like right when it starts, absolutely happy to like knock out a request for a warm-up sketch. No problem. Need to kind of move this for sure. I don't know where this is going to go. That's not right at all. No. I don't like it. Little light sketched in for the body there. Let's do. Yeah, we'll do like that, I think. Let's see. That, and then just kind of thrown in overlap, maybe. It's like this. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's about as close as that's gonna get to what I actually needed to be. Which is good. It's not bad. Not a bad start. Alright, so we got that. That's good. That's kind of figured out. Now we just need to put this down right there. Need this to go away. Just put in that separated a little bit there. This goes away. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. I appreciate it. Glad you're liking it. I think this one has to go like right here. And then this one, let's see, let's bring this down. There, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. This one. Okay, so we need like that. Yes, I do believe that is right where it's good. We'll just throw this down right there. Take that very much so. Okay, this kind of comes up. There. Great. Alright. Yeah, now we just need to maneuver this situation. So what I want to do is kind of put that like right there. And kind of go put it there. Just trying to make it make sense, you know? Sometimes that's the hardest part. I think it needs to come down around here. Bring that down further. That. And then we get kind of like a side visual on that. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Okay, that's a solid little start. I just like the anatomy to kind of be at least somewhat correct. If it's a like a character that I don't own, you know, just kind of makes sense. Try and make it as close to what was intended as possible. Okay, so yeah, we'll put that like side. This will be like the side. Yeah. And we can kind of cut in with that leaf. Same there. Cool. Yeah, and then we got the feet at the back there. That is back leaf. Cool. Then we've got the flower. And that would be a good place to have like used like a symmetry tool or something. Which is another really handy little tool to have in your program. I just always forget about stuff like that. Let's curve that a little more. There we go. And then we've got that. Let's do it that direction. I like that more. From that's fine. All right. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because, yeah, you've got no actual animals in Pokemon. So if you think about it, they're just using wild animals for fighting. It's pretty wild. I don't know. I forget what they call that. No. Bookmark? Oh. Trying to see what the bottom. So our bottom of foot. It's not gonna give me anything. So I'm just gonna, okay, there. So there's nothing there. Cool. Good to know. You would think that would be like. Let's see. This would pull that. All right. So now I have all the basic information down and kind of get going here. Yeah, I mean, if you sit there and actually think Pokemon through, it's kind of wild. They just go out and attack animals and then trap them and then force them to fight other animals. When you put it in that context, it's pretty wild. I might even throw in one of those little sleep bubbles. I think that'd be funny. All right. Yeah. I like the size of that here a little bit better, so I'm gonna bring that out a little bit more. There we go. Like rounded this a little bit more. All right, that's better. All right, so let's maybe a little bit more there. Yeah. Well, and then all the construction companies use like Geodude and like all those evolutions and the Machop evolutions for manual labor. Yeah, when you stop and actually think about Pokemon, it's pretty wild. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, people already take advantage of a lot of animals. It's scary. Yeah, but I couldn't imagine it being like Pokemon and like it's all legal and you can do what you want basically. That's nuts. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, this needs to... Okay, so if we're doing that, then that needs to slide up. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what Okay, this one's pretty. Whoops. This first, I guess. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, and then we can kind of go. Alright. Just gotta go through and make some adjustments, not a big deal. And this is kind of like the don't be afraid to change what you did. Like if I was like, oh, I really like that, I don't want to mess with it, then you know, it wouldn't be as good, I don't think. There we go. And it's kind of leaning its head to one side. I like this, I think. Very nice. Okay, cool. So now let's do that. So what I'm gonna do here, going in, this back a little bit here, and that out. Same on this side. Taper it, I guess, is the operative word there. Taper this side. Back. All right. Now, let's see. Grab that. Rotate that so that kind of matches up better, and then let's grab that. Line that up. Okay. I think that's pretty close to what we need. So look at that. Over, and we're just gonna flip it so it's mirroring. Okay. That's something I tend to do with almost every drawing, is at least I copy the eyes, because there's just, once you nail one, you're not gonna nail the second one. It's just not gonna happen. At least for me, it never happens. There we go. So, and same with this mouth. I'm gonna just do the same thing. Flip it, drag it. And we can kind of do that. And what I'll do is I'll set this up so it is matching, and then I'll move the mouth around. So right now it's all matched up. Merge these together. Just grab this and move it where I need it. I think right there is pretty good. Now, that's good. The nostrils in there. And again, I'm just gonna copy this one because I don't want to waste that much time on this. Grab that, flip it. Rotate it slightly. Like if you did something really great the first time and you just can't, like it's taking time to try and do it again, just copy it. That's the best thing about tradition, not digital art. The best thing about digital art is I can do that. Like I can just copy it, drag it, and if I need to tweak it a little bit, I do. But like, you start with that nice base, and you just, it makes things so much easier. Oh yeah, no, I'll, like for some things, I will sit there and I will redo it. It is still something that happens because there's not always something to like copy. That's the thing. Like you can't always copy what you have. this. Yeah, you know, just gonna do what I just talked about. Copy it. Flip it. Line it up, rotate it. Line it back up. Okay. And go in there. Erase that back. Erase this back a little bit. Like so. Now here. Where's that back? And then grab it. And rotate it so it makes a little bit more sense. I guess we still kind of need it up top here. So we'll just have it a little bit higher than it. Put it like right there, and then what I can do is come in here, just move this bit down where I want it, like right between the eyes there. You can rotate it a little bit. And now what I have to do is just mix those together. Okay, so just I guess. Just clean that line. That's almost dead on where I need it. Clean that up a little bit. Then connect this guy. Right. Okay, so then that's all good. I think now is when I'm going to start utilizing my separate layers, since I've got like the whole head knocked out. Pop a new layer in there. Start going through. There we go. I'm going to do the leaves the same way I did Ivysaur. Just gonna put in the general shape, and then we will put in the lines for all the notches. Almost did. Pretty close. All right. Yeah, so these will be right there. That's good. A little specky thing. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So. That's separate. So we can kind of do this top part. We do all the petals, or at least these two petals. I have that. Maybe we'll do this last leaf real quick, since that's not too crazy. Thanks. No worries. Stuff happens. People get busy. I get it. I appreciate the stopping in and saying hello. Nice. I forgot this has to kind of come in here, I think. Or no, it kind of stops out. Yeah, well, so we'll do that. Yeah. All right. Then let's do it the opposite direction. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That was bad. We'll do that like that. I forgot to do this. Nope. There we go. That's fine. And we'll do the notch layer on this too, since I need that. Notches. Do. Yeah, certainly can be a little crazy at times. Sometimes it goes pretty smooth, but a lot of times you don't know what's going on. Alright, let's see. That needs to be smoother. Okay, cool. Alright, so we got that. Alright. What I'm gonna do is keep layer 3 separate from layer 1, 2. I'm gonna add a new layer in here for the stem or trunk or whatever you want to call this. Yeah, and then we can add in crown situation. All right, here. Separate layers helps so much. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I certainly hope it gets less crazy for sure. Less crazy is always good. I don't want it to get too. There we go. I'm just gonna do that. So we'll do one right there, and then one that kind of comes like that. There we go. Yeah. Let's erase that. Things are pretty good over here. I don't know about others, but yeah, here's pretty good. This guy. Let's see. I think that's all of those bits. I guess we could do the next bit right here. Just double check and make sure that's separate. That's not bad. Yeah. I'm just happy when you pop in and say hello. That's always nice. Glad you could join us today. And I hope things get less crazy. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that like no one from my actual like time zone ever seems to find the stream. It's always somewhere else where it's funky, like someone just happens to be up late or something. Just double checking on that, so let's go here. Wow. Let's see. Let's do. Let's just kind of make things a little bit more intentional. Once we found the line. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. All right. Well, if you don't come back, have a great day. A great week, I guess. Hopefully see you next time. Flatten that out a little bit. We don't want to get too pointy. It's hard to make them all pointy. See ya. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. There we go, that's a little bit closer. Alright, that's not too bad. Let's do too thick. There we go. Okay. This is the part that's going to take a second. Just go through and fixing these. So what I'll kind of try and do here is use that top row for the bottom. Make things a little bit easier. Alright, so then yeah, let's grab this. Okay. We're gonna try it that way. Oh, we can even flip it. Each one looks different, you know. Okay. Okay. And all right, so we got those layers in there. That that's bad. Let's do. Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong layer. Okay, I got it. I think. Now let's put that and slide it up a little bit and rotate it. There we go. Now it matches up. All right. Okay. Let's see. Back to my pen. Now we can go up here, go over here. There we go. Get it in here. So we've got all of that kind of knocked out. So now we just need to work on legs, which I think I can do on the same layer I'm on. Because the only thing on this layer is that. So I want to kind of mess with it. Fine, I think. Okay. And I'll put in the bumps and all of that stuff as we get. I think the toenails and all that go in later. About there. All right. That's fine. Right there. And then. Taper the end there. All right. Okay, so let's see. That. Fine. Oh. Erase that one. Cool. Okay. And nails in here. looks good. Alright. And then here. I think that's probably good. Get in here. Look pretty good. Look pretty good. Alright, now just need to do that. All right. I think that is all the basic lines. Pretty much. Just need to add in that. The leaf vein. Oh. Check that out. All right, let's rotate that back. There we go. Okay. So now do all that later. That is this there. Okay. So let's choose the face in that front leaf. Okay. Probably should have kept the leaf separate. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's make a whole new layer real quick. everything is on its own thing. Down here. Nope. Let's knock this out. This is the other part that's going to take a second. Going through and doing all the notching. And cleaning up the bees on the inside. Take a second to. Oop, too far. Alright, so then up here. Use that. Doesn't need to be perfect, nothing I ever do is, so I just kind of make it a little bit more sharp, sharpen it up a bit. Each person has their own way of doing stuff. Some people are really intentional, all that from the very beginning. I like to go more like, I can fix it in a second kind of thing. Just simpler for me. Go back and like, I guess, sculpt the lines. Preferences, everyone does things differently. Like I said, no one way to make art. Generally speaking, there's one way not to, and that's using artificial intelligence, but that's a whole different situation. Not even like a debate, I would say, but people have opinions on things. All right, let's see. We're cruising through this first one, not too bad. so that's that first one. That went pretty well. Back to regular brown. I guess for that one. Maybe. I don't know, we'll figure that one out, I guess. It's 3? Yes. So yeah, these final evolutions we might need to do in 2 streams or 1.5 streams, probably. But we'll see where we end up. Okay, now back up here, something. All right. Now I need to go back and fix the line coming through here. The other option would be to move this notch, but I think it looks good there, so we'll keep it. We'll just fix the problem we made. I just need to pull that line through here. That's fine. Take no time at all. Right. sure this is super exciting to watch, but you know, it's all part of the process. If anyone has any questions about my process or what program I'm using, or what brushes or anything like that, don't hesitate to ask. I don't have any problem answering questions. If you just want to watch, that's fine, or listen, or whatever you're doing, wherever you are, that's totally cool. I try to keep talking while I'm working, so it's not totally boring during stuff like this. But yeah, if anyone has questions or anything like that, don't hesitate to ask. More than happy to answer, to the best of my ability at least. You can see like right here, another thing, I'm gonna have to fix that nail. The nail's gonna come through like right here. Oh, missed that again. Oh yeah, no, this has to come here. No. I'm gonna want to fix that too, that like butt. Is that in a second? It may not be visible from far out, but you may also keep messing. You may also notice it just because it looks slightly off. Call something like that like a tangent. Most of the time it's a line that's either like goes just outside of where it should be, or like just right up against something. Just not. What's that? 3, is that on what, 4? Copy 3? Copy 2. So real quick, we're just gonna hold that through there. Alright. Got one side done, now it's the other side. Maybe this one. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. That way the one at the front isn't the only one that's super deep. Just right. That's the hard part about like quote unquote random, is you have to make it look right at the same time, and you're placing them intentionally most of the time. Right. 2. That's gonna 3. So close. There we go. Cool. Got that in there. Now, let's get back up here. I'm gonna throw in more of these notches. Object. Go that direction. Sense. That alone. All right. So, layer 3. And again, we did the same thing. put one in there that could have been somewhere else, but again, like where it is, so I'm gonna leave it there and we're gonna move that line in. Get that. And that's the kind of decision you have to make on your own stuff. It's like, do I want to move that and make a little bit less work? Like it looks good there, but it might look fine at another spot. That's the kind of stuff you need to kind of figure out for your own work. Okay, so we need to be careful right there. Alright, so we're good there. Okay. Just gonna rotate this a little bit, make it a little bit easier for my hand. It's something I feel like not enough people utilize with digital work. You don't always see people rotating the canvas, but if I were doing this on paper, I mean, I rotate my sketchbook or my piece of paper constantly to make it easier for me to make the marks. But just have to remember to, like, you can easily do that digitally, even though you can just undo, undo, undo. Sometimes it's best, like, if you can't get it after a couple tries, try rotating the canvas a little bit. You'd be surprised how much that can help. Oh yeah, I'm not fixing back here. I haven't been fixing my little notch, inner notch bits. All right. Now we're caught back up. The ones on the other side that we've already done, but that's fine. We're gonna come back around there anyways. All right. We're definitely gonna have to, almost certainly have to review it, or do part of this time. Extreme. But that's fine. All right. There we go. Alright. Push that a little bit there. Alright. Okay. So. Let's rotate this a smidge. There we go. And rotate it back around. Alright, back up here. Actually, oops, let me rotate it. Let's do that. It's kind of. Oh, that would come through. Yeah, we'll leave that as it is, I guess, for right now. Okay. And rotate it. Yeah, that might be it right there. Okay, cool. 3 zeros. Okay. Put in here. Erase that one. And erase this one. And over here. It's this guy. That one. That one's fine. Alright. That's not it. Rotate. Right. Over here. All right. Rotate. No. Stop messing with my stuff. There we go. 3. Oops. Okay, so that goes, and then we need to put the notches in the pedals. Okay. Whoops. It is what it is, I guess. I don't think it messes with anything. Sometimes you just have to accept your mistake. What you can do about it. Worked out. Okay. Alright. I might get some of the black color knocked out, but we're definitely not going to get through the shadows and highlights. Just fine. I'll rotate that background. I mean, I suppose it's possible, but I don't think so. I'm just not that fast at what speed isn't everything, but you know, when you put a 2-hour time constraint on your stuff, certainly a part of it. All right, rotate this back around here. All right, so then now that all of that is done, we can merge all of those into one layer. Fairly certain everything's good to go. And then pop a new layer in here, and we're going to do the patterning on this layer. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to make these the same color as the inside of them. Makes it a little bit easier to get away with stuff. How how it ends. So as long as it looks good on that outer edge, that inside bit doesn't matter. So yeah, this is going to be on a separate layer from the regular line art. And it's going to be below it so that I can get away with having it hit that line. All right, good. All good to go. So this could thin up here, down. There's that side bit there, down here. Try to fix this. I think it's a little bit too far out. So here, it's this, it's this, oh, this one, oops, everything is on the same layer. It helps a little bit when you figure out the problem before you make everything final. Sometimes everything works out. Like this side is a little bit closer, so that's fine. But we just thinned it up a little bit, not a whole heck of a lot. But I think that helped. Alright, so we're actually gonna throw in that. Okay, cool. All good there. Oh yeah, we need to add in bumps. We're just kind of paper it down. Get that away from that edge. There we go. A little bit better. Just kind of taper everything. Trace that line. That one. So we can use this out. Cool. I'll rotate that back around. Got Sleepy Venusaur. These are separate. pocket. Now yeah, the other thing I need to do is plan thicker lines. But better. Okay, that's okay. Rotate, we'll do this part here real quick. Rotate. Bring that up a little bit. So let's rotate this back down. Let's zoom out a second here. I think that's pretty good as far as adding some variation to the line. Maybe quick bit here. Okay. Pretty solid stuff. Gives it a little different look. Oh, that's down too. So real quick, we're just gonna knock out the line color. Oh, I didn't do that one. Interesting. Thought I did that one. Rotate that smooth. No. There. Okay, that's fine. You can always adjust it. Bump this up again. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna make that adjustment, not a big deal. Something that always happens when I do this is I always miss one little spot or two little spots, but normally end up finding them later when I'm doing the flat colors and stuff, so it's not the end of the world. Just is what it is. Alright. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Okay, right there. There and there. Alright, well, basically it's time to go. What I'm gonna do real quick before we go. Wand. Invert that and shrink that by a couple pixels. Here. Layer, I'm going to mask. Alright. So we got quite a bit done. Don't like where it's sitting. Better. Okay, so got all the lines done. Next time we'll knock out flats, shading, and highlights. Should be a good time. But thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hopefully see you guys next time. If you want to keep up with what I did on my stream, you can follow my Instagram, my Twitter there at Zann20. I post the progress from my stream up after, and then I also let people know when I'm going live on those, and I post a time lapse of the stream that I did before, the week before. I post that time lapse up Saturday, the next Saturday before I go live, so that's how I let people know, hey, I'm going live. So I post that on my TikTok, Zann20_art, and then I post it on my Instagram, my Twitter after that. If you miss a stream and you want to see what you missed, you can check out my YouTube where all of the lives are archived there, under the lives there. So every stream I've done is on there. You can go back and see like the very first streams and all that, like if you really wanted to. I try to name everything so you know what it is, like if it's a part 1, it's part 2, part 3, etc. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it, and hopefully see you guys next time.